I'm Brittany Falconer with Race Talk, and I'm here with Tom O'Keefe, perhaps better known as Boston Tweet. How are you today?
Great, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
I understand you got your start in November 2008, kind of in the thick of the recession. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started in November 2008 actually, and I had a couple of startups at the time. They both became crap, worthless, because the markets were crashing. Everything was totally changing. One of the startups was a valuation tool for startups, which was kind of funny at the time because that was really worthless. So I just was kind of biding my time. Couldn't get a job. Everything froze up, and I figured, why don't we start talking locally and build local business, and something that was going to be a great depression or a great recession sort of thing. That's kind of how Boston Tweet very innocently started, not ever expecting anything from it.
I was about to say it's turned into quite the phenomenon.
Ever imagined, never could dream of, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we used a hashtag the week leading up to this interview, hashtag #AskBostonTweet, and we invited pretty much anyone who ever was paying attention to ask whatever questions they had on their mind. So some are quasi-relevant to social media PR, some are a little out there. We'll do a nice little mix of both. And
yeah, it was definitely got a lot of responses on there, or at least there was a lot of commentary going back and forth. I don't know how legit the questions were, but it was pretty fun.
There are some entertaining ones. We'll see how this goes. We'll start with a pretty normal one. So aside from Twitter and Foursquare, do you use any other social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn?
I have all of them. I don't think any of them really do a very good job for me. Facebook is me, so once I kind of converted Facebook from being a page to just being myself, which Boston Tweet really is, I think it's doing a little better, but I still don't do very well with that. Foursquare is really great for me, being able to get a number of followers. I have a lot of tips throughout the city, so that has been good for me. Tumblr, trying to get into Tumblr, but nothing has been nearly as beneficial or as popular as the Twitter side of thing. So it's either try to focus on a lot of things and do all of them fair instead of just focusing on one and do one hard and very well. So.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so from kind of a PR perspective, people are tweeting, maybe even pitching you all day, and I'm sure you're seeing people's tips all over the city. What catches your eye? Like, I'm sure you get hundreds of ad replies every day. How do you sort?
Yeah, I do. And emails from PR firms or just people in general. It's something that's of interest to me. That everything that I do is very focused on my demographics, which is 20-somethings, early 30s, living in the city, looking to go out, social, probably more for the single side, and so something that follows my demographics. Most of the stuff, if it's an event under $50, so taking the price points of value. Boston Tweet started for things to do a value affordable in the city. So it depends what's of interest. Like tonight there's an event at the Tanner, which seemed pretty cool. Shopping,
free pizza
and free beer. I mean, in all honesty, free food trumps everything. Free beer is next, and so that was kind of a win-win sort of event. But something that I would want to go to, or I would do for the most part.
People can win Groupons by retweeting your tweets. If I retweet Groupon's tweets, can I win you?
No, I'm not selling myself. What was it? Retweet me?
No, if he retweets Groupon's tweets, can he win you? Because if people retweet you, they can win
that's right, yeah. I don't know. I have to check with Andrew Mason. I guess if he's willing to donate some money, maybe $1 billion, $6 billion or something of that nature possibly, but
he's naming his price.
I'm not for sale unless it's a few billion.
Future career plans? Are you planning on doing Boston Tweet forever and ever, or what do you want to be when you grow up?
I think I'm already grown up. Supposedly, at least I'm supposed to be. At least my friends are. It's a great tool to market me. So I see Boston Tweet as a sales tool for me to get my foot in the door for whatever it is I do, as long as it's in Boston, I guess. So I'm a techie junkie, and working on a number of startups now, which is the thing about Boston Tweet that's always got me. It's creating an account. There's really nothing I coded, nothing. I didn't own anything behind that account.
Just this handle seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Which is kind of it's not as everything I've built in the past has been the code's mine, everything's mine that I've developed. So I love doing that. So I'm working on a few different things now on that aspect of it. It does help. That will help to get exposure for me. But anything I do in the city, I see it being my kind of nickname for years to come. But it is a way for me to get my foot in the door. Whatever I work for Groupon now, some other companies, and it's just kind of it's a tool. And I think Twitter as an information network will be around for a while. I don't really see it as a social network. I just see it as a media stream, almost like PR newswire in years past.
Yeah, I mean, in our agency, we don't include social media as a separate silo that we offer clients. It's something that cuts across every service that we offer. So we agree entirely. Twitter, it's another media platform.
Yeah, totally.
Will you follow the lead of other pop culture icons such as Britney and Khloe Kardashian by releasing your own fragrance?
No, definitely not. I don't think my fragrance is all that good. I don't really want to.
So BU Community Service Center is curious as to what causes and nonprofits inspire you?
Oh, which ones? I actually have done work with Greater Boston Food Bank, which is an awesome place, and they serve I think roughly 500 communities in Boston. Community Servings is an awesome place. They do they're the marathon team now. Every Thanksgiving they do Pie in the Sky, which is
You got pied in the face for that.
I did,
year,
yeah.
didn't you?
Aaron Cohen and I got pied in the face, which was awesome. It really actually was pretty fun to get pied in the face. But they're awesome. I mean, you buy a pie, I think it's $25 from them on Thanksgiving, and that goes to feed a critically ill client of theirs for a week, which is amazing. I mean, you can't. That's cheaper than burritos. So them and Home for Little Wanderers. The last few years, and thanks to Aaron Cohen Live at Eat Boston's got me volunteering there, distributing gifts before Christmas to their clients, to their kids that are in need. Those three I like a lot. And those three are very socially, very savvy on social media too. And it's great for them because a lot of them obviously have a lot. Those are the three big ones, but don't have a ton of money to market themselves. And social media really gives them the platform to be competitive with any other entity out there that might have the money.
Right. Austin, do you know of any counterparts across the country that are kind of doing what you're doing at all? Do you think?
Not really. Actually, I've been looking around. I work for Groupon, so part of what I'm actually supposed to be doing is looking for someone that's similar like me in New York, DC, the major cities in the country. I haven't found too many. There's a lot of blogs that obviously have Twitter accounts in these cities, and there's a lot of food-centric Twitter accounts, but nothing very simple, very different. None of them are actually none of them are individual or person. They're an account that's created, and there's not a face to them. I've connected with a couple of New York City. New York has some decent one. I think everything New York, everything NYC, New Yorkology, which are decent.
They're not
out.
That's what you're trying to say.
I'm totally trying to say different is bad, so they're not like me.
How much tweet could a Boston tweet if a Boston could tweet tweets?
I did see that. That was Mr. Beast, wasn't it?
It was.
Smart ass. What? I have no idea how the answer is. There supposed to be the answer to that?
Another one. What pickup line other than "I'm Boston" tweet generally works best on women in Boston?
Just Boston tweet. It's funny. I have a couple guys. My guy, buddy Kevin, mostly will. We go out, usually Eastern Standard. It depends, and it'll embarrass the hell out of me because I'm not kind of quiet and a little bit shy, which is kind of funny. But you'll go out to bars and ask any girl in the place that sort of focuses my demographics, 20 subjects, and say, "Are you on Twitter?" And if they say yes, he's like, "That's Boston tweet." And every single time, you always meet 3 or 4 girls, which is awesome. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I started Boston tweet.
So out of curiosity, have any of your Twitter friends become real life friends or business partners?
Yeah,
totally. How much crossover has there been?
There's been a lot. I've met some really great guys and girls over the last 2+ years from Twitter that I see on a very regular basis. Even from like Host Lee, it's kind of one of the first guys I met at Twitter, whatever you call this thing, at an event a month or so after Boston Tweet, and he's still been a great friend since then. There's a ton of guys, and Eric I see a lot. There's a lot of guys there. There's definitely a lot of new students that I've been good friends with, and I mean, Dean Elmore is kind of the one guy actually that's been great because of Twitter. He asked 2 years ago, I guess, him and John Badaglino asked me to kind of meet with him at Cornwalls and just talk about
another great place.
Yeah, where I'm going to tonight actually, and just talk about what's going on in social media and stuff. And if it wasn't for Boston Tweet, I would have never met those two guys.
Right.
And they're awesome. They're two of my favorite guys in Boston. Next to Quigley is also amazing. Review's got some great people there.
I know I went there. After you die, will you submit your brain to the MIT Media Lab?
I don't know. MIT, that's a lot.
Would you
It'd
submit
be
it to a
more
lesser
like-
media lab?
Yes. Something just some. This is going to be a bad one, but more like, I don't want to answer. I can't insult him. But, maybe I'll send it to VU.
Oh. I'm telling Dean Elmore and Steve Quigley and John Battaglino on you.
Okay. But because BU is better than MIT. That's the reason why.
Good save.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure with some
questions.
random questions, and
Very
we'll try to
random.
keep it fresh. Thank you, Twitter, for sending those random questions. And that about covers it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.